The President also wants to bring in pregnant, lactating mothers kasi we have to start looking at stunting in this country. Yes, kasi, diba, the whole concept of the food stamp program is trying to bring rural produce, diba? We are rich in that aspect. But ang problema ng mga farmers natin lagi is the lack of marketplace. So what we plan to do there is work with the DA also. Another dimension is para hindi nabubulok or nasasayang yung mga produce natin.
Ito po ay programa ng ating pamahalaan sa pagtutulungan ng mga ahensya ng ating gobyerno, especially ng DSWD para sa ating mga buntis, single mother at ng ating mga magsasaka. Panoorin po natin.
The President also wants to bring in pregnant, lactating mothers kasi we have to start looking at stunting in this country, and the first 1,000 days program is very important. If you look at the family of programs in DSWD, and I'm sure si Secretary will also explain in DOH, there are ongoing first 1,000 days programs already. But ang gusto ng ating Pangulo, i-synchronize natin itong mga programa na to sa isang pamilya ng mga programa wherein hindi siya parang silo na isa-isa. Kung hindi, pagtapos sa program A, pupunta siya sa program B, pupunta siya sa program C. Alam natin yung problema ng stunting is very important and very crucial na masugpo natin if we are to invest in human capital. Kaya nga, mag-collaborate kami ni Secretary Herbosa dahil meron tayo, kung natandaan nyo, yung PMNP o Philippine Multisectoral Nutrition Program. It's a program that was launched mga 60 days ago with the World Bank's backing. 70% of that program is with DOH in implementing food nutrition-specific programs. Kami naman sa DSWD nutrition-sensitive programs. Kasi alam naman natin na hindi lang pagkain ang tinitignan natin pagdating sa paglaban sa stunting, kundi yung overall well-being ng isang ina, pati na yung kabataan. Kasama dyan yung wash facilities, kasama dyan yung making sure na may enough facilities for child development katulad ng mga daycare center. So pag-iigtingin natin yung programa na yan para ma-synchronize naman natin siya dito sa upcoming natin na food stamps program. Uulitin namin ang marching order ng Pangulo, dapat malabanan natin ang stunting at ang kagutuman, pagsanib puwersa ng mga iba't ibang programa ng gobyerno para hindi sila piece by piece ang tuwing sa mga programa. I can just add again as an emphasis, the new dimension that we bring to the table today is folding in the first 1,000 days into the program. Kung natandaan nyo, nung pumunta ako dito ng unang beses, pinag-usapan natin labanan ng kagutuman. Pero ang gusto ng Pangulo natin is to add that dimension of stunting into the picture. Kasi irreversible yun. And ulitin ko, this is an investment to human capital. So if we are to invest in human capital, we have to fight stunting. Yan yung co-collaborate namin, not just support but work closely with the DOH with the instruction of the President. Kasi nga, it's both a social welfare issue and a health issue. Yeah.
So just to reiterate, the first 1,000 days is to address the nutrition of the mother, because it is believed that the intelligence and the well-being of a child starts at the first 1,000 days from pregnancy. So inside the womb. So this program will also support that. Now, you mentioned the whole of government approach. You have the DILG. We also have the Department of Agriculture. Maybe Secretary Rex, you want to mention the role of the DA here?
Yes, kasi diba, the whole concept of the food stamp program is trying to bring rural produce, diba? We are rich in that aspect. But ang problema ng mga farmers natin lagi is the lack of marketplace. So what we plan to do there is work with the DA also. Another dimension is para hindi nabubulok or nasasayang yung mga produce natin. And remember, last Monday, if I'm not mistaken, Congressman Salceda made that statement nga na 30% of farmers are actually poor. And they will benefit twofold into this program. Not only do they get nutritious, delicious, affordable food, but yung pinoproduce rin nila may bibili na all of a sudden. So it's a captured market, so to speak. 1 million Filipino families who are hungry will be your captured market. And again, working with the FNRI, working with also with the DOH, in that program stage na 4 years, we want to create a behavioral change in our households. Kailangan maturuan natin sila na ang ating mga beneficiaries na ang mura ay pwedeng maging masarap, pwedeng maging masustansya. It's mura, masustansya, masarap na pagkain para sa hapag ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. So it's an exciting program kasi it's multidimensional. And alam niyo naman, pagka multidimensional, it's no longer a DSWD program by itself, but the President emphasized that it's not a standalone program. Rather, the Department of Agriculture, Department of Health, DILG, DTI, kasi di ba may work component to, may work requirement, and then the other agencies like TESDA, FNRI, it's now a bigger program that is no longer standalone. Kasi din yung tanong mo kung syempre may autonomy ang ating mga local government units para patakboy ng kanilang mga programa. Complementary itong mga national government programs. Katulad yung binanggit ko na sa inyo, yung PMNP. I think a lot of you ran stories of that when the President launched it in Manila Hotel 60 days ago, roughly 60 days ago. The PMNP is kasi yung mga karamihan sa mga programa natin are facility-based. Like yung feeding program ng DSWD, daycare age na yun eh. Ibig sabihin may assumption na yung bata, na-capture lang natin during pagpasok niya na. Ganon din sa kinder all the way to grade 6 sa DepEd. So ang problema natin is yung first 1,000 days mula sa pagbubuntis hanggang sa pagpapasuso, yung lactating mothers, crucial yung period na yun kasi nga may mga studies that show na by the time na makarating sila ng daycare, yung stunting nangyari na. So irreversible na. Ang paradigm shift natin sa administrasyon na to, kung kaya ko sabihin siguro, yung attacking the problem doon pa lang sa first 1,000 days. For the longest time, di ba marami sa inyo nagtatanong, ang dami ng feeding program. Let's not get confused ha. The feeding programs, majority of the feeding programs natin, majority, I'm not saying all, sa national government are facility-based feeding programs. Na-capture na natin sila, may naglalakad na yung bata, so to speak. Pero yung nasa sinapupunan pa lang siya, wala pa tayong ganun ka-aggressive na programa. And if I may boldly say, it is in this administration that we're going to tackle the problem even before they get to our facilities. What happened to all the feeding programs? How come the numbers are the same? That's why nga, I have to, si SecTed can explain na most of our programs are facility-based programs. Probably at the daycare age of 3 years old or 4 years old, before government comes into the picture. But there are successful LGU programs like the one that Sec Benher ran when he was a mayor in Mandaluyong, wherein they tracked down yung mga lactating and pregnant women. So those were programs that we may scale up now. And through the PMNP, at the same time, through working with SecTed, and ako, I can just speak for the DSWD. Remember, we have city links and municipal links. Sila yung mga nagmo-monitor sa ating mga 4-piece beneficiaries. So ang gagamitin natin sila ngayon to track down all our pregnant women and lactating mothers so that we can scale up the program ng LGU na Mandaluyong, so that the necessary inputs are given at the first 1,000 days.
Drive the message of the President earlier when he said that this an investment in nutrition, especially in the first 1,000 days and in the feeding program, is an investment in our future, because when we have the children who are properly nourished, they grow up and they go to college. They have the brain capacity to further their education and have better jobs, and this eventually will benefit our economy. So this is in keeping with the Philippine Development Plan and how we want to develop and be progressive.
Definitely, we always say in the department now that whenever we talk about investment, it's not just gravel and sand. Hindi lang siya puro infrastruktura. But rather what the President is saying is human capital is an investment to human capital is probably the best investment we can make. So that's the thrust of the morning's meeting. Investment in human capital.
By the way, nagpaalam ako sa byline kasi ng DSWD, bawat buhay mahalaga. Sabi ko, pwede ko pang gamitin din niya sa Department of Health. Gagawin ko, Healthy Pilipinas, ... Bawat buhay mahalaga.
Kung nakatulong po sa inyo ang ginawa kong video, huwag niyo pong kalimutang i-subscribe yung channel ko. Salamat po.